Are we starting? We're starting. All right, let's just hop into it, folks. Coming up first, got Black and Tan by Duke Ellington. Couple more, and I'll talk to you in the next break.
me her own. I'm mighty tired waiting here all alone. I need petting into your arms. I long to cuddle and how must you make me hesitate? Take me, I can't wait. I need some loving now. Headache? No. Do I look that way to you? Tired? No. Just a little sad and blue. My one and only has made me sigh. If I seem lonely, here's the reason why. I need loving, that's what I crave. I need loving, I can't behave. I want some sweetie to call me her own, 'cause I'm so mighty tired waiting here all alone. I need petting, honey, into your arms. I long to cuddle and howl. I need some loving now. I need loving, turtle dove, and I can't behave. I want a sweet to call my own. I'm tired of waiting here all alone. I long to cuddle and howl. Must you make me hesitate? Hurry, take me, I can't wait, because I need some loving now. I need loving, say it again. I need loving, that makes it plain. Needing attention and I need it a lot. And what it takes to pay attention I've got. I need hugging, don't need perhaps. I've got to get it somehow. What's the use of teasing me, sweetheart? Can't you see? I need some loving now, right now.
Today's question comes from Claire in San Diego. She asked, "Dear Mr. Shorty, blah, 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 blah. What does it feel like to be a successful radio show host?" Well, if anybody out there knows, let me know, because I'd certainly like to. Coming up next, we got one from Hoagie Carmichael, performed by Red Novo. I hope you guys enjoy while I try and figure out how to answer your question.
I get along without you very well, of course I do, except when soft rains fall and drip from leaves, then I recall the thrill of being sheltered in your arms, of course I do, but I get along without you very well. I've forgotten you just like I should, of course I have, except to hear your name or someone's laugh that is the same. But I've forgotten you just like I should. What a guy, what a fool am I to think my breaking heart could kid the moon. What's in store? Should I phone once more? No, it's best that I stick to my tune. I get along without you very well, of course course I do, except perhaps in spring. But I should never think of spring, for that would surely break my heart in two.
Those green eyes with their soft light, those eyes that promise sweet night, brings to my soul a longing, a thirst for love divine. In dreams I seem to hold you, to find you and enfold you. Our lips meet and our hearts too, with a thrill so sublime. Those cool and limpid green eyes, a pool wherein my love lies, so deep that in my searching for happiness I fear that they will ever haunt me. All through my life they'll taunt me, but will they ever want me? Green eyes make my dreams come true.
Soft light and eyes that promise sweet night brings to my soul a longing, a search for love divine. In dreams I seem to hold you, to find you and enfold you. Our lips meet and our hearts too, with a thrill so sublime. Cool and limpid green eyes, a pool wherein my love lies, so deep that in my searching for happiness I fear that they will ever haunt me. All through my life they'll taunt me, but will they ever want me? Green eyes, I love you.
there's a troop ship just leaving Bombay, bound for old Blighty Shore. Heavily laden with time-expired men, bound for the land they adore. There's many an airman just finishing his time, there's many a twerp signing on. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all, as back to their billets they crawl. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. They say if you work hard you'll get better pay, we've heard all that before. Clean up your buttons and polish your boots, scrub out the barrack room floor. There's many a rookie has taken it in, hook, line and sinker and all. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all, as back to their billets they crawl. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Now they say that the sergeant's a very nice chap. Oh, what a tale to tell. Ask him for leave on a Saturday night, he'll pay your fare home as well. There's many an airman has blighted his life through writing rude words on the wall. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all.
Bless 'em all,
Bless 'em all,
bless 'em all,
bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all, as back to their billets they crawl. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Nobody knows what a twerp you have been, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all.
There's a lot of hubbub going on over in the Balkans right now. I don't know if you folks saw in the papers or heard about it, but you'll certainly hear about it again right now. Yesterday, a bloodless coup led by the Yugoslavian military toppled the Regent Prince Paul and installed King Peter II of Yugoslavia into power. We had just talked about Paul the other day, when he signed a treaty with Hitler and the Axis powers, promising that Yugoslavia would help out the Axis war effort. However, obviously the Yugoslavian people didn't like that too much, and under the leadership of Peter II, who's already done some stuff to reform his cabinet and all kinds of nice things, is backing out his country from all those bad dudes. And you know what? Good for you. Can you believe it? This king's 17 years old, but not a kid anymore. Good for him. Anyway, more news coming from around the world up next. Until then, a song that needs no introduction, which is perfect because I don't have anything here for it. So here it is.
you're getting out of living. What good is what you've got if you're not having any fun? Are you having any laughs? Are you getting any loving? The best of gentlemen now and then have a little fun. Why do you work and slave and save? Life is full of ifs and buts. World's just save and save. And what have they got? Nuts. Better have a little fun. You're not gonna live forever. Before you're old and gray and still okay, have your little fun, son. Have your little fun.
Hey, listen to my story about a gal named Daisy May. Lazy Daisy May. Her disposition is rather sweet and charming, at times alarming. So they say. She had a man rich, tall, dark, handsome, large and strong, to whom she used to sing this song. Hey, Daddy, I want a diamond ring, bracelets, everything. Daddy, you want to get the best for me, Leah, Leah. Hey, Daddy, gee, won't I look swell in sables, clothes with Paris labels? Daddy, you want to get the best for me, la-da-da-da-da-da. Here's an amazing revelation with a bit of stimulation. I'd be a great sensation. I'd be your inspiration. Daddy, I want a brand new car, champagne, caviar. Daddy, you want to get the best for me. I want a diamond ring, bracelets, everything. Daddy, you want to get the best for me, Leah, Leah. Hey, Daddy, gee, won't I look swell in sables, clothes with Paris labels? Daddy, you want to get the best for me, la-da-da-da-da-da. Here's an amazing revelation with a bit of stimulation. I'd be a great sensation. I'd be your inspiration. Daddy, I want a brand new car, champagne, caviar. Daddy, Daddy, you want to get the best for me, la-da.
The Italian garrison stationed at Sharon, Eritrea, was the last bit of defenders in that part of the country which fell yesterday to Commonwealth forces marking the end of Italian occupation throughout pretty much all of East Africa, Italian East Africa, and Somaliland anyway, which is super neat. Because that frees up a lot of British troops, a lot of whom have actually been on boats from North Africa and Egypt, heading over to Greece, help those fellas out, because as we've talked about before, the Greeks have pushed Italians all the way back into Albania, far back. The Italians have counterattacked several times over the last few days and last night to no avail, ending in quite a few casualties for them. However, the Germans, of course, have been seen in that part of Albania and the Greek border, so could spell trouble. We'll have to see, but hopefully those British can hold it out. Certainly hope it works a little bit better than it did in Norway, but guess we'll just have to see. Coming up next, we got Carmen Miranda, Scott Joplin, an oldie, and Bob Wilson. And I'll see you in a couple minutes.
O meu ganso faz tica-tica-bum-tico pra eu cantar o tica-tica-bum-tico com a canção do tica-tica-bum-tico. Meu coração faz tica-tica-bum-tico e vem a saudade da Bahia, onde o samba tem canjibre também numa batucada. Tic-tic-bum, tic-tic-tic-bum, tic-tic-bum, tic-tic-tic-bum. É brasileiro, tica-tica-bum-tico, com um pandeiro fazendo tica-bum-tico. E para terminar o tica-tica-bum, vocês devem cantar o tica-tica-bum, 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 tica-tica-bum-tico. You don't make sense to tica-tica-boom-tick, but it's a mess to tica-tica-boom, a-chi-a-chi-a-chica-boom. That's all you've got to say. Put your visions away. Tica-tica-boom, 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 boom, 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 tica-boom, boom, 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 tica-boom, boom, 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 tica-boom, boom, 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 boom.
Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door. Jimmy was a soldier brave and bold. Katie was a maid with hair of gold.
Like an act of fate, Kate was standing at the gate,
watching all the boys on dress parade. Jimmy with the girls was just a talk, stuttered every time he tried to talk.
Still that night at 8, he was there at Katie's gate,
stuttering to her this lovesick cry. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door.
Today is, of course, the 28th of March, for anybody who was still wondering after all this time. But that's not important. What is important is that in about 2 weeks, I have my friend John having a birthday, and I have no idea what to get him. I also know that he doesn't listen to my station on the radio, so this is a great opportunity for me to ask what I should get him, if anything at all, or yeah. And I guess in a couple weeks we can all just wish John a happy birthday together, or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Coming up next, we've got a very popular hit from, the song is from Russia, but thankfully Glenn Miller is about as American as apple pie. Song of the Vogelboatmen coming up next, followed by Phil Napoleon, and yeah, enjoy. Late last night, aboard the presidential yacht, the USS Potomac, President Roosevelt signed a $7 billion war appropriation bill. That is a whole lot of dough. And I guess just in time for the Yugoslavians, who have already, after, what has it been, about 16 hours? After about a very small amount of time, have already been approved for the Lend-Leasing Act. So it looks like some of our old equipment, not too old, for all you Slav listeners out there in Croats, not too old. They'll be getting quite a bit of our equipment to help them out in case anything bad happens. And as we've seen throughout Europe, that kind of stuff really tends to happen. So we'll see. However, in this last 2-week period, reports have just come in that while British forces have been advancing in several parts of Libya, Germans have staged several counterattacks which have driven the Allies back. Of course, that being all the Commonwealth forces, Raj, Australian, British, all along the Egyptian border. So there have been some positives, there have been some minuses, but these Nazis certainly are no pushover. They know their business. So we'll see. However, I did speak a little bit ill of the British over in Norway, and it is not anybody's fault that all that stuff happened. However, what has just come in is that British commandos have attacked through several islands, the Lofoten Islands in northern Norway, which is kind of by Narvik. I actually have family from up there. Regardless, destroying several large fuel dumps of whale oil and petrol from the Germans, so that they can't use it anymore, which is super duper good on them. It's cold as heck up there, so I hope you boys didn't freeze, and I hope you made it back home okay. So yeah. What we just listened to was an old time tune, Roses, of Picardy by Red Nichols and his 5 Pennies. That came out around 10, 12 years ago. And keeping it going with the Roses, here's The Yellow Rose of Texas by Gene Autry. So, have fun.
There's a yellow rose in Texas I'm going there to see. No No other fella knows her, nobody else but me. She cried so when I left her, it like to broke her heart. And if we ever meet again, we never more shall part. She's the sweetest rose of color this fellow ever knew. Her eyes are light as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. Where the Rio Grande is flowing and the stars are shining bright, we walked along the river on a quiet summer night. She said, if you remember, we parted long ago. I promised to come back again and not to leave her so. She's the sweetest rose of color this fellow ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. Oh, I'm going back to find her, for my heart is full of woe. We'll sing the songs together we sang so long ago. I'll pick the banjo gaily and sing the songs of yore, and the yellow rose of Texas shall be mine forevermore. She's the sweetest rose of color this fellow ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest maids and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee.
Are we all already? Okay. Well, I guess we are already out of time. So, don't forget to write. Don't forget to ask plenty of questions. If you have any questions from us here at the studio, this is the 2nd month anniversary, right? Yeah? Of Ryan being here, so make sure that you let him know if you like him or not, because if you don't, we'll keep him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you do, certainly let him know. He could use a boost to his ego. I know we all do. That's not true. And this also marks the anniversary of Eric being here. Yeah? No, it really doesn't. But make sure you say thank you to Eric if you ever write. So hope you guys have enjoyed this hour, and until we meet again.
Meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know where.